Hey, if you don't subscribe to Chris Van Vliet's YouTube channel, well, I got two new words for you, All Elite. But hold on, it just doesn't sound as cool. Subscribe, or I got two words for you. Suck it.
I'm just gonna laugh the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because it makes for a better interview.
It does.
Like some guys are so boring to interview, or it could be on the other side too, where you could be extremely boring and I have to take the entire thing over. But we've already done this before, so I know it's not going to be like that.
Great to see you again.
Good to see you, man.
We randomly ran into each other last weekend, which was so random.
Yes, in a, I'd say a glorified rest stop, because it's in the turnpike, so they're a little bit more, they're not like rest areas, they're like rest areas.
Right, yeah. We didn't meet in the bathroom or anything, okay?
They're like a rest area with fresh paint.
Yeah,
that's what kind they are.
Yeah. Congratulations on the Hall of Fame
Thank you.
induction. That's incredible.
It is. It's weird. Like it's so weird for me to like even fathom that. Like it hasn't even really hit me, I don't think. Because me and Austin were talking, my son Austin, we were talking and I go, I don't think this has hit me yet. And he goes, it will. And I go, when?
Yeah, when?
Because when I got, I think we touched on this before, because when I got into this, I just got in it because I had nothing else to do. Like it was, that sounds really bad, but it isn't. I just had, like in a sense, I had no job, I had no direction, I had no life whatsoever. So I actually got into this just to do something. It was something, like I didn't know anything about it, but then once I figured it out and went, so I can act like an idiot, I can be in front of people and act like an idiot.
Yeah.
I have a platform to just be totally out of my mind, and somebody's gonna pay me for it. I'm in.
So kids, the way to become a Hall of Fame wrestler is exactly that. Yeah.
Yes, is to have no purpose in life and become a wrestler.
How did you find out that you got inducted?
I was in the middle of the ocean. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I was in the middle of the ocean. A few of us went on, like there was about four couples, and Austin, of course, had to come.
You were on a boat, not just in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, no. I was riding a sea turtle.
Yeah.
Let me do the story.
Okay, sorry.
So I'm on my sea turtle.
Yeah, okay.
And I noticed this seagull had something wrapped on its foot.
Wow, okay.
So, no, I'm just playing. So I'm just kidding. No, really. No, we're in the middle of the ocean. I took my wife on a cruise. We all went on a cruise for her birthday. It's just one of those 3-day deals where you go to the coast, which is 45 minutes from my house. We get on a boat and you go to the Bahamas, you hang out, and you come right back.
Right.
So she just wanted to do something like that. So she had her phone on. They had Wi-Fi in the middle of the ocean. I wouldn't know that because I had no phone. So being as I had no phone, Road Dogg's wife and my wife are very close. So she was texting my wife going, hey, Brian needs to talk to Billy ASAP. Like that, and that never really happens. We talk maybe once a week, once every other week, just to kind of catch up and just stay in touch with each other. So I'm like a little bit worried. Yeah. So she goes, hey, Brian needs to, so she's running around the boat trying to find me. She finds me, says, hey, Brian needs to connect with you. I said, okay, why? She goes, I don't know, he wouldn't say. So he texts me and go, hey, Billy, are you there? I go, yes, I'm here, what's up? He goes, they want to put us in the Hall of Fame. And I went, okay, see you later, thanks for calling. It's like that's what the urgency was. But this was, but this was on a Sunday, and they wanted to announce it Monday. So I was the only one that hadn't known yet. So they wanted to make sure I found out before watching, like if I were to magically watch Raw one day, or Monday, or if I magically just happened to be watching Raw and go, hey, DX is going to the Hall of Fame, I wouldn't go, somebody want to let me in on that? No, but I was out in the, on the cruise, and then Brian had texted me, by the way, just like one of those little hyphens, what does Brian mean? It means Road Dogg. I don't call him that anymore because he's off us now and he doesn't like to be called that. I'm just kidding. I just call him Brian. It just comes out of my mouth. Just for you people that go, hey, who's Brian? Who are they talking about?
I think they figure it out.
Yeah, so, okay. No, well, you, I appreciate you giving that much credit, but yeah, no, it's all good. But yeah, that's how I found out, and it's it was cool, and we were all sitting. Austin was sitting there, and my wife, and we were sitting there, and I'm going, "Hey, they want to put me in the Hall of Fame," and they go, "That's awesome," and I went, "Yeah."
But last time we talked, we were talking about the New Age Outlaws going in the Hall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So. Yeah, so I don't want to downplay what we're doing. So a lot of people have asked me, well, didn't you want to go by yourselves first? Yes. That being said, still going in as a group to be noticed by everybody that we were probably one of the premier groups of all time.
Of course.
I say second because I think the Four Horsemen were super awesome.
Pretty awesome.
So I would say the Four Horsemen, DX. Four Horsemen, DX. Like that kind of. I don't put NWO in there. But anyway, well, I do, but they're whatever.
Can they be third?
Well, no. That's too close. I feel we beat them.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's WWE beat WCW.
Oh, so you're gonna look at it that way. I look at it a different way. Okay. No. Yes, they were awesome. They were the ones that actually made us do what we did. So you have to give them a little credit.
What do you say to people that say this is the only way that Chyna's going to go into the Hall of Fame?
I say that would be wrong. Let's just be happy and let's all take it in that she's going. This will open the door for her to go by herself.
Okay.
I feel there would have been a major league riot if they'd have put all DX and not put her in there. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I'm not going without her. Okay. We were that good of friends. Yeah. And I've had this discussion with my wife. I said, oh, if they put us in and don't put her in, I don't know how she's going in, so we'll never, luckily I don't have to make that decision because she was a super close friend of mine, probably my best friend.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter what we do outside of wrestling. I was not the poster boy for anything at all. Like, we all have made mistakes and we've all taken paths that we wish we wouldn't. But we all eventually, hopefully, we all find our way back. She found her way back, I found my way back, Brian found his way back, and now we all go in the Hall of Fame. We go in the Hall of Fame because of what we did in wrestling.
Yes.
Not for what I did last night with everybody else.
But if you're
this was way back in the day, though. Let's not get that confused with now.
But if you're veering off this road now and working with AEW, how does that factor into the Hall of Fame stuff?
It doesn't. So one is not the other.
Okay.
So I'm being recognized. Yes, it is a WWE Hall of Fame. Let's face it, 27 years of my life was with them. So it's okay that I work somewhere else. And it's okay with AEW that I'm going into the Hall of Fame because that is an accomplishment that they would never take away from me. Like, yeah, could they say, hey, if can we maybe think about this? There was never any of that. It was always from top to bottom, all congratulative. Good word, right? I am horrible with words. So they're all super excited for me, and they would never take that away from me. We're not like that. They would never take that away from me. And it has to do with what I did in the wrestling business and what DX did as a whole for the company. So it's not, I don't have to work there to be in the Hall of Fame. Everybody that's in the Hall of Fame, I don't think anybody works there anymore anyway.
A lot of them don't. Now,
so, I mean,
but on the flip side of things, that's
I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Do you have to call Triple H or Vince and say, hey, AEW's reached out to me with this pretty cool opportunity?
No, I do not. Because, like I said, I don't work for them. Right. You know what I mean? They know exactly what I'm doing. They knew from the day, I think they knew I was getting hired there before I did.
Really?
No, I would like to think that they do.
Although,
I'm going to make myself feel way more important than I actually am.
There have been a lot of people that get picked up by WWE because they're scared that AEW is going to pick them up.
I wouldn't know. No, it's what it's what we all have different ways to go. Right, everything isn't built around WWE. I spent a majority of my career, my whole entire career, has been with them. Yeah, I've done some stint on the indies, but I never left that.
You were in TNA too.
Like, I never left that. But AEW has offered me an awesome opportunity to do what I do best. and everybody there knows that. I know that, and I feel like I'm gonna really help them. They're gonna be awesome. So I would love to be a part of that, especially at this time in my career, to be involved with something new, something fresh, something exciting. I mean, how many people get to say that?
I think a lot of people were confused by the terminology producer, because I think from a television standpoint, they're thinking you're going to be like a guy with a clipboard and a headset.
Yeah, no.
You're a match producer, right?
I am. I'm going to help the younger talent. So when we start doing TV, a lot of our talent hasn't dealt with TV in a sense of this magnitude. Like even when you go from NXT to the main roster, it's nerve-wracking. Because if you go over or you're not, I'm trying to shoot a TV show. If you go over your times and stuff, Vince will lose his mind. I'm not saying we're that. I'm just saying a lot of these kids got to know, hey, we're going into break. Don't be doing like all your really cool stuff. Like there's a bunch of stuff that goes into TV, and a lot of these kids aren't savvy to that.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to help. I'm not showing them how to do. They're all awesome athletes, and I don't know how to do half the stuff they do. But I can help them arrange it, especially TV-wise.
Is a TV deal in place with AEW?
I have no idea. I am not allowed to.
You're the guy, though.
I am not the guy. Like a lot of people think I'm the guy, but I am not the guy. I am just one of the guys that happens to work there. But yeah, that's all upper echelon stuff and way above my pay grade, and it's not been released or what they're doing with that. So there, we don't talk about.
So obviously, we know that May 25th is Double or Nothing.
Yes.
It's it's March 3rd right now as we tape this. So what happens between now and May 25th?
We get everything ready for that show. We align what the match. There's been a few matches announced. There are going to have to be some more, so we'll kind of just figure out, in a sense, what else we're going to do on the card.
Now that you're one of the guys, not the guy, but one of the guys, you must be getting so many texts and phone calls from your friends who are like, "You got a spot for me?"
Yeah, they're all my friends. Yes, everyone that texts me, they are all my friends. I haven't heard from them for years or know their names, but they're my friends. Yeah, and I get it, and it's okay. I don't get mad about it or nothing, because if I did the exact same thing when I was out of a job for 2 minutes. But those 2 minutes I was making some phone calls.
Sure.
So you have to reach out. If you don't, and I commend them for doing that. I really do. Because even though, hey, I can't help you, in a sense, or I'll do what I can for you. There's no guarantees. I just let them know, hey, you can ask me and I'll run it up the chain. But there's no, I'm not giving you any, I don't do any of the hiring and firing. Unless you really make me mad, then I'll work for it to get you fired. But
So is this going to end up being a full-time job for you?
Yes,
wow.
It will. Yeah, as soon as we get kicking, it will.
This means weekly television, people.
Yes.
That's what that means.
That's what that means.
Wow. So I imagine, though, that you're also scouting some talent, too.
I do, because I work every weekend. I do indie shows everywhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if somebody catches, I even have business cards. If I would have
Billy Gunn business cards?
If I would have thought about it, I would have got one out of my bag and brought it for you. But I will give you one later. I would just have rather put it on here.
Well, I'll
hey,
show it later.
But I have business cards that have Billy.Gunn at All Elite Wrestling. Yeah, I'm official.
You know how many more emails you're going to have because of that? Yeah, well, it's out there.
It's okay, because that's my All Elite email.
Well,
that's where all my
everyone has your email now.
junk mail goes. But no, but if I see talent that I think is worthy, or if I see things or something, even not talent, if I see somebody that does a great job announcing or something, give them my card, hey, buzz me, I'll run it up the chain,
and
we'll see.
does a good job of announcing?
Nobody I've seen in a long time. I haven't, that's the problem. There's not a lot of guys that are good at announcing or good at interviewing, so I don't put anything out there.
Yeah. No,
I'll run into one day, and it'll probably be so mind-blowing that I'll just hand him one of my cards.
I really look forward to when that day happens for you.
Yeah, me too, actually.
When we did the last interview last year, so many people commented that in the thumbnail, wow, that was a big move. In the thumbnail, you were wearing your hat, and people thought you looked like John Cena or
yes.
older John Cena.
I get that a lot.
Yeah?
Yes.
I don't see it when we're in person, though.
Neither does my wife or anybody else, but everybody, when I was on the boat, it was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Really?
Yes.
People were also incredibly impressed with, because we were sitting down on that interview, the size of your legs. And I mean, your calves are like the size of my head. Which is...
Yeah, well, this is a lifestyle for me, this working out stuff. People don't realize I don't do this as a hobby. I don't do it just like I have nothing else to do, so I go to the gym. That's probably more of a priority than my wrestling part of this right now.
Okay.
Because I'm into, I've never really had time to really see what I can do. Yes, my genetics and I react, and when I lift weights, I've been in really good shape, but I never was in what kind of shape can I get in, and I'm there kind of, and I'm still playing with some stuff. Wow. So it's super exciting to me, and I love it. I absolutely love it, because I'm actually taking time to figure out what works, what doesn't work, because I have time to do that now, because it takes some time to figure your body out.
Sure.
So, but now I'm kind of figuring things out. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I feel good. That's the best part.
How much have your workouts changed as you went into your 40s and then into your 50s?
A lot.
Okay.
A lot. Because with my 40s and 50s, my injuries catch up with me, and they start aching. So you always find alternative ways to train. I never want to not train. I go, oh, my shoulders hurt, so I'm going to just train legs for the rest of my life. So it doesn't work like that. So you find alternative ways to train. I do a lot of Mike O'Hearn stuff. I am a huge Mike O'Hearn mark, bad, so bad. I'm fanboy to the hilt. I watch a lot of his stuff because he trains athletically.
Right.
So, and he trains to help you get through aches and pains and stuff. So I just watch a lot more videos, and I watch people train. I just because Austin trains with me, so I make it exciting. We kind of don't stick with the same routine. We'll stick with the same exercises, maybe shift stuff around a little bit, but we make it fun. You don't want to go to the gym and be boring, because you'll only go a couple times and then go, oh, so I'm going to do the same stuff? No, that's on you. You make it as exciting as you want. With the energy level, with the exercise shifting, you can keep the same 4 exercises your entire whatever for 6 weeks, 12 weeks.
Yeah.
But if you just adjust them and switch them around, it helps you play with the energy that you are in the gym too. So I do a lot of bands and chains and silly,
I've seen that, yeah.
crazy, silly things.
We had Austin sitting here for a moment. He must have.
He ran away because he thought he might have to talk, and he's not a very good talker. I taught him well.
That is not true.
It's not true. He is nothing like me.
I have the distinction of having Austin Gunn's very first wrestling interview.
You did.
Yeah, so thank you.
You
for
did.
That.
No, it was awesome. Yeah, no.
So,
it was good.
I know you've talked about Austin won't be going to AEW.
He will not.
How has his progression changed in the last year or so for him? We're not going to AEW yet, at least.
No, it's just been awesome to watch him. He just changes every day. Things change. So he's so people orientated. I compare him to Brian a lot of times, because Brian's that kind of guy. He's the guy that you just look at and you go, I love you. I have no earthly idea why, but there's just something about you that's not standoffish. He's just somebody that you want to approach. I do not have that. I don't mean that. I don't mean that bad. I just, when people see me, they don't go, I just want to talk to you. They go, oh God, I don't want to talk. And it's not a bad thing. It's just people don't know me, to where Brian and Austin are the exact same. Austin can walk outside and everybody in the parking lot will just go, hey, can I talk to you? They don't know why. It's like the Pied Piper or something. It's weird. So working wise, it's very easy for everybody to be on board with him. So the work part comes super easy, because I already have everybody with me. So now it's just trying to get him in the work mode, because he's so people orientated, because he did this all backwards. He got more people orientated and then started working, to where everybody else works and then tries to realize, oh, there's people here.
Yeah. Maybe you aren't as friendly because you are the badass.
No, but I'm very friendly. I'm never once people talk to me and stuff, they go, oh, I can't tell you how scared I was to talk to you. And I go, why? They go, because I don't know, you just have that thing. And I go, I understand that.
You're a large man.
Yes, and I don't carry myself like I'm an anus hole, but I carry myself with purpose. So I think that kind of intimidates some people. And I don't mean to be like that. That's just how I am.
I've always wondered, How did you go from being the badass Billy Gunn to Mr. Ass? Whose idea was that?
It was nobody's idea. It was Brian that was extremely mad one night, and he came out of the curtain with a live mic and he goes, "Stop it, stop it. You will no longer call him Badass Billy Gunn. You will call him Mr. Ass. You will call me Mr. Dog." And he was just mad. And literally, that's all it took. He literally said that one time. The next Monday Night Raw, there was signs, I'm not kidding you, from one end of the building, 17,000 people. I think every one of them had a Mr. Ass sign. And I just looked at him and I went, "Thanks, buddy." Thanks,
But
buddy.
then it turned into this whole gimmick where you're
Yes.
like, "Look at my ass."
Well, you can't fight it. I mean, I couldn't find it because everybody was on board. So that would just be like swimming upstream. Like, I don't want to sit in one spot and swim my butt off. Like, I would rather go downstream and just go like this and just cruise, right? No, so I just did it. I swam downstream with everybody and just started pulling my pants down. So if you want to go to the Hall of Fame, you say suck it and pull your pants down.
That's it right there.
And you will for certainly go into the Hall of Fame.
So as we lead up to Double or Nothing, are you every single day doing stuff for AEW?
I am not every single day doing stuff. We connect once a week, just everybody's ideas and stuff. We connect by email, and if I need to talk to somebody or somebody needs to run something up the chain, that's what we do.
And who was it that reached out to you and said, "Hey, I think we could work something out"?
Actually, my agent.
Really?
But he is also Cody Rhodes' agent, which in turn, everybody, Tony Khan, I met him at the first All In. I'd met him, not that anything, I'd have no idea if anything was in the works there. He just wanted to meet me. So, and I went, "Who's that?"
About Tony Khan?
Yes. Well, I don't know.
Sure.
Like, I know Blake Bortles. He's the quarterback for Jacksonville. I don't know the owner of him. And then they buzzed me, and I went, "Oh, okay." So I quickly changed and ran upstairs
that guy's
to
a billionaire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got more money than I do. So, so I ran upstairs and met him and stuff. And then when they all were talking about this, I literally was the first one that they thought of, and I thought that was truly flattering as can be, because I literally heard that when they were all thinking about doing this, they said, "Hey, we have to have Billy. We have to."
Is the plan for AEW to compete with WWE?
I have no. I say no, because, well, you're putting me in a position here to. Thanks a lot.
That's what we do.
Like I said, when I find a good interviewer. So I look at it this way. Vince has been doing this a very long time. Somebody's already went after him once, and we see where they're at. Hence, WCW. Am I saying we're as good as them? Sure I am.
Okay.
Do I say that we compete against them? No. Why can't we have our own product and they have their product? You know what I mean? So, do they intercollide at one time? I have no earthly idea. It's way too early to tell.
Yeah.
But can we be an alternative to WWE programming? Yes, we can. Can we have as much of a fan base as WWE? Yes, we can. Can we have just as good as product as WWE? Yes, we can. Do I say we're competing? Do we all sit around and go, "God, I can't wait to go live and go against them"? No, we don't sit around and do that, because I feel you're setting your sights on something away from what you should be focusing on. Let's focus on our company.
Yeah.
Because if you go to thinking like that, you're not focusing on our company, you're focusing on something else that may be achievable. I'm not saying it isn't, or it may not be achievable.
It'll be interesting when we have the same conversation 1 year from now.
Yes.
It will be.
Yeah. So you're already sure that I would do another one of these with you.
Ooh. Wow.
Like, I feel that was a little braggadocious of you, or whatever that word is, where you kind of think ahead of yourself. Like, I don't know what that word is.
If I have the honor of getting to sit down with you again.
See, now that, right, friend, that'll for sure get you one.
I will say I now have Tony Khan's number. So
he would be a good one.
I'm trying to line
because he
this up.
actually has all the answers.
Okay, great.
I'm just throwing answers at you. No, I know answers.
Yeah, you just can't maybe tell them.
No, I like giving my input into that. It's just that's what I am. I don't hide from things or try to bull poop my way through things. Like, I feel like I can't cuss on
Of course.
No,
He
I
said
feel like
ass 17 times already.
yeah, but I feel that's okay. But I just don't want to, like, once I start, I have a tendency just to let it rip, and I don't want to do that because I'm very business-like now.
Yeah, that's right. You have business cards.
Yes, I have business cards, and I feel like the pyramid that we have, I know my positioning on the pyramid.
Okay.
It's mine and Cody's new thing is pyramid. You have to know your positioning. Yeah, you have to know your positioning.
I did diamond cutter there.
Yeah, no, let's not do that.
Before we wrap this up, I want to ask you about a promo that was about you, but you weren't in it. It's the Rock promo. And
Wait a second.
You know.
You were scrolling around on Twitter. You had nothing else to do. You came across that because I just literally heard about this 2 days ago.
Oh, really?
Somebody brought this same thing up because they asked me, go, hey, remember the promo that Rock cut on you? You know, God and Billy and Shut Up and all that. Did you really think that was funny or were you mad? I said I couldn't stop laughing.
Okay.
I thought it was probably one of the funniest things that's ever been done. Like, it's hilarious, and I happen to be a part of it.
Because fans think that him calling you Bob is burying you, and
I don't think so at all,
Okay.
because it was him. Like, people, it's wrestling, for God's sakes. Like, if your feelings get hurt, he is pansexual, by the way.
wow.
Does anyone know what that means? I do not, but I think it's super cool for some reason.
Find out
I just
tonight.
think the name's super cool. Yes, I just gave you I gave you 2 seconds of fame.
Mr. Misgender.
Yes,
Yeah.
he makes me laugh. He's one of my students, by the way. So what was I talking about? Oh, the promo. So it's wrestling. If your feelings get hurt in wrestling, I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that heels make fun of baby faces make fun of heels. Like, and if you have something like Rock, let's face it, he can toss some stuff out there that's pretty funny. If you don't laugh, like, if I don't laugh at that, like, yeah, I wasn't laughing at the time when I was out there because I was staying in character. But afterwards, I almost peed in my pants because it was so funny. It is so good. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Like, why would I not? Like, I'm going to be the only one that's laughing. I'm going to get hurt because he doesn't mean it. He didn't mean it. Just in case anybody was wondering, he's an okay guy. Plus, he's done pretty good for himself.
You're an okay guy, too.
Thank you.
How would this interview have been 15 years ago?
Horrible. Like, no, let's see, what year would it have been?
Or maybe 20
2001?
years ago, you tell me. 15 years ago would be 2004.
Oh, not good. I was a raging drug addict then, so you would have been laughing, but it would have been embarrassing because
I would have been laughing at you?
Yes, because I would have been totally embarrassing. Yeah, because
you weren't totally embarrassing here.
Yeah, but it's a different kind of feeling. Like, back then would have been awful.
Well, whatever you've done to line your life up and be on the path that you're on now, congratulations.
Thank you. And Monday, like today is Sunday.
Right.
Not this Monday, but next Monday
Yeah.
is my 8th year of sobriety, by the way.
Wow.
No alcohol, no drugs, no nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
Thanks. That's a
awesome.
huge date for me. And that's like the only, like, I don't know my anniversary. But I know that date. My wife asked me that day. Then she goes, I know it is. Do you even know our anniversary? I said, yeah, somewhere around January. She goes, well, when's your sober date? I said, March 11th. Because that was a cool day. It was a super cool day for me. And it's like that day lined all this up for me.
Yeah.
Like that day put me on a path to straighten everything out, and now awesome things happen to me and my family because I'm not a complete and utter idiot.
And I don't know the full story.
Yeah, no, it's a no.
Did you hit
So
rock bottom? Like,
yeah, bad. Yeah, it was bad for me. Like it was bad.
well, whatever.
But
you've done,
but it's
turn it
you know
around.
but bad things had led me here, right? I don't hide the fact that I'm a recovering addict. I don't hide any of that. And if you want to have a discussion about it, we can one day.
Sure.
Because I love talking about it. Because what they told me in there, I never believed. I went to rehab. Went to probably Hazleton, which was the #1 place on planet Earth, and WWE sent me there. And I learned so much about myself that put me on a path to do what I'm doing now. Like, I am so blessed, man. I have people like you to interview me. I have my kids around me that want to be around me. I have an awesome marriage. I have a great job. I have great job opportunities. I have them just pouring in on me. And it's only because I do the right thing every day.
That's a life lesson right there.
It is. I know, and I'm sorry this got so like deep really quick, but I just sometimes have to get that out of me.
That's
to know
a
that.
great way to end it, though.
Yes. Cool.
Thank you so much, Billy.
Thank you, my friend.
You're the man.
No, you are. And if you need me to, I know you were afraid to ask me if you need me to put a word in for you at the AEW again. I felt like you were going to get there.
We were leading down
yeah,
that path.
I thought we were getting there, but you know I'm with you. Yeah, bud.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks.
All right. I think Billy Gunn may be my favorite human on the entire planet. I mean, how nice is that guy? Also, how funny is that guy? We are backstage here at Blueprint Pro Wrestling, where I am the ring announcer. I'm not just wearing a suit for fun, although, let's be honest, I think it looks pretty good here. Billy Gunn is in the show here tonight. His son, Austin Gunn, is in the show, along with a whole bunch of other very talented people. We're in gorilla position right now. We got Bones here, the Music Man. We're ready to do this, right? Like, the show is like about to start right now. Okay, we're doing this. You guys are going to come out with me as we do this. All right, that's our music. That's the Blueprint Pro Wrestling music. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna do this. I don't know why I was like nervous there. We're doing this, all right. I gotta wait for the beat to drop here, and then we're gonna go out. I think it's here. No, that's not it. That's not it. Here we go. How you guys feeling? Welcome everyone to Blueprint Pro Wrestling! This was always a dream of mine as a kid, to step foot inside the ring, and we're doing it. Woo! You guys seem a little bit quiet. You know that we're about to watch some incredible pro wrestling action inside this ring. Let's try this one more time. Are you guys ready for Blueprint Pro Wrestling?